What is up, YouTube? This is the last video, part 4 of the history, sociology, and psychology of pitch black skinned people. And I started this series off pretty much telling you that I don't think that overall things are going to end positive for dark skinned black people. I believe that if the world rotates 1,000 more years, I honestly believe that for as long as there is no evolution of character, if there is no evolution of understanding of pitch black skinned people, and when I say pitch black skinned people, have you ever seen 4 black dudes or either 4 black girls walking down the street? 4 African American girls walking down the street, and one of them is pitch black. And a dude, a woman might pop up, a little bit after they pass and be like, "Hey, did you see that black girl?" And everybody be like, "You mean them 4 black girls that were walking down the street a few minutes ago?" No, I'm talking about, did you see that black girl? So black skinned people, I honestly believe, are a race within the race. They're a distinct group that would better serve themselves by really withdrawing away. I would even go so far as to say that in reality, they should form a large autonomous sectarian nation state. And it doesn't have to officially be a nation state with a flag that'll be hostile to the country. But I talk about economically empowered autonomy, of their own. Because the fact of the matter is this: just like when I was talking about the 3,000-year-old Greek coffee cup that was a minstrel show, that's how long people have looked at black people in the way that they do. Either aggressive, hostile, or docile. That's what it said underneath the cup. You cannot take 3,000 years of negative perception of yourself. You can't lecture to people to make them feel better about you. You can't give them money. You can't give them sex. You can't bend over backward. You cannot do no media promotion that's going to make yourself look a certain way. And the whole Lupita Nyong'o thing showed that even if they do put black people in the media, it ain't nothing but a temporary ego boost. That's it. It's like a little sugar high. And the whole thing, I often hear SWP talk about that black men are walking around because they've been promoted positively in the media since the 70s. And I'm sitting up here thinking to myself, me and you are living in 2 parallel different dimensions, because I literally feel nothing when I see a Negro on TV. I mean, it means nothing to me. The only thing that I'll say is, nigga, did you make that movie? Did you finance that movie? Do you own the total rights to it? And do you distribute, do you got your own distribution? Kind of like Nasheed in Hidden Colors. That'll make me feel good. Just some pseudo-masculinized Negro running around like, some mandingo doing whatever the hell in a movie. It just doesn't make me feel positive about myself. It doesn't. My validation comes from within. And that is how your validation has to come. Because I'm going to straight up tell you, black people have a horrendous problem of staying stuck on stupid. Like, for example, if you just consider the Corinne Gaines situation. You remember Corinne Gaines, who was shot, her and her son. She was shot and killed, and her little baby boy got shot in Baltimore. There are black people still to this day, and I ain't just talking about a few black people. There are still a lot of black people who are literally lining up to listen to these sovereignty teachers, to teach them about going to get some damn paperwork, and that shit will get you killed. If you sovereign, you can just, and see, that's an Uncle Thomas mentality, because you just have to go to the government and you just have to get the white folk to eventually recognize that your black ass is a sovereign citizen. Why can't you just stand up and just be a sovereign citizen? That's the problem that black people have. Black people want to be promoted in the media. Fuck all that. Asians don't need no promotion. Arabs don't get no promotion. When I say Arab, you say terrorist. Okay? Arab, terrorist. Arab, terrorist. Arabs gonna come here. They gonna keep their families together. They gonna fuck these little black hoes in the back of these little dirty ass liquor stores and grocery stores in the neighborhood, and they gonna head right back to their well-to-do Dearborn, Michigan, and do it big and ride in nice cars and live in nice neighborhoods, and they do not get no media promotion. The only thing you see an Arab doing is throwing a damn rock at a tank in Palestine, or walking into a market in Fallujah and blowing up a bunch of motherfuckers. They ain't got no positive media promotion, none whatsoever. As a matter of fact, one could make the argument that they are promoted worse in the media than black people, but yet they do it big. So whenever you hear certain people talk about how black people are gonna, and specifically black women, but black people as a whole are gonna start feeling better when they're positive, promoted in the media, that is pure Uncle Tom, I need white daddy validation. I don't care what anybody says. That's what it is. You have to be kind of like the Asians or the Arabs, man. You have to just have a natural good feel about yourself. Look at Asians. They're not even sexually appealing people. They are one of the oddest looking phenotypes on the planet. Everybody yellow skinned, their faces are flat, their eyes are all closed up, but yet they have, and there's a large number of Asians that's actually moving into this black city. And I see them walking all the time, just holding hands, just handling business, taking little pictures, going around picking flowers, little Asian dude walking with his girlfriend. And that man doesn't need anybody whatsoever to tell him that he's smart, he's intelligent, that he's driven, ambitious, and that he has a positive standing in the world. Nobody has to do that for him. I mean, you can point out to some damn Bruce Lee movies, but, to be honest with you, I don't think that dude got Bruce Lee or damn Liu Kang shooting fireballs out of his fist going through his mind that makes him feel good about himself. So it doesn't look good for pitch black skinned people, because the evolved character type that I see, and I see it on a constant basis, I see pitch black skinned people act hostile toward each other. And then I've literally seen them, just with the inability to engage in basic communication and basic respect toward one another, snap at each other. They have a very short fuse with each other. They view each other as illegitimate and marginal. So it's hard to form structural, organized groups among pitch dark-skinned people, because you're going to be dealing with a whole bunch of people that are just going to snap at one another because they know that they're all socially marginalized. So whenever you have socially marginalized people who look at each other in a very low self-esteem type way, they just, it's hard for them to get anything done. And it almost seems like that this is the judgment that they've brought upon themselves, and this is an evolved sense of judgment. Black people that are leaving African countries are literally building nothing outside of Africa. The only thing that they're doing is bending over backward and trying to accommodate and blend into and serve other races of people. It never even comes across a black person's mind to build, empower their own nation that they come from. And if you think about it, if you're not building and empowering the nation of your origin, and you move to another country and run head first to a white person, that right there is a judgment against you. It's a judgment against your women. It's a judgment against your entire nation. And black people, pitch black skinned people, do that pandemically. But, I've offered the solutions. It's internal self-validation along with economic autonomous regionalism. In other words, everybody needs to get around those who accept you for you. You all know yourselves. We know ourselves. We accept ourselves. And, that's how it has to be done. I hope you learned something. This long series is done.